Hello there. How you doing? This is Home Cocktail. Trying to get one of my vlog sites here up and running. And went ahead and loaded a video recently called Backlog. So I got a lot of backlog to take care of. So depending on the length of this clip, I might have some stuff that was filmed long ago, maybe even longer than a year ago. I wanted to talk about a few issues though. Senility. I got a little cheat sheet on my hand. Senility. Buffering. Let's see here. Buffering, like you load something to your smartphone and you're trying to watch a video and it's streaming. I guess the faster phones. This is still 3G. I still got 3G. And supposedly 5G is coming at the end of the year. Buffering is going to be one of those words in relation to technology that just comes and goes, but it applies socially. Buffering applies socially. We've talked about it at my first vlog site, Homer Cocktail 076, about the people that you don't like, at all. Try to buffer, put other people in between you and them so you don't have to deal with them or whatever. And just like they say, you could have a handful of friends in life. Don't have too many enemies if don't have any enemies if you don't have to. But I've come across a few belligerent people in my life. I've had people that crap on my best work. I've had people kick me when I was down and stuff like that. And there's just certain things that you have to rise above a certain level of dignity, and you have to have the intelligence and foresight to realize, hey man, cut this one off, cut that one off, or whatever. Which brings me to the issue of senility, being senile. And I have kind of old person's judge's wig or whatever, and it's comfortable. But I'm upwards of 40 right now, and lived 20 years roughly as an adult, and it's a lot easier to put up with certain things when you're young because of fun, and you're having fun, and there's adolescent traits that carry over, and eventually it gets old. And in my life, it was a little surprising that I hung out with my high school buddies as long as I did. In my own mind, they would have all been gone, including my best buddy, John. I won't say his last name. There's many Johns in my group, by the way, or in my social circle. But even the best of them would have been gone by the time I was, in my mid-20s. If my plan would have followed through from what I thought about life in high school. Being that, I've been married with kids and maybe moved away or something. But hard economic times put a different circumstance, and I had roommates. And, even though there were parties, there's a degree of shallowness there. Anytime you have roommates as a, young adult, late teen, whatever. But at my 10th year reunion, we were still hanging out, me and a bunch of people from high school. And I had fun at my reunion. And then I wanted this site, Homer Cocktail 24, to be like a different leg, because as I started the 076, later on I vlogged it, Homer Cocktail 4. I was coming on my 20-year reunion. And it was kind of up in the air if I was going to go. And, you know, one by one, after the 10-year reunion, one by one, a lot of people just seemed to fall out of my life. And I still, you know, socialize with my family. And I still talk to my ex-roommates from Hollywood. You know, when I was living there in 2005. But the ones locally here in the Inland Empire, I don't talk to them anymore. I have a few people from my Facebook, and it's nice to hear from some of the people from Facebook, but we don't talk directly anymore. And I even dumped a few of them because of a falling out. And there was a situation where if you kept talking to this one guy that was, you know, hardcore Looney Tune, stopped getting along with me and my buddy John, if you still talk to him, I don't want to talk to you, you know. And that's okay, that's life. But I opened this up with a little Barbra Streisand instrumental of Memories, you know, Memories, at the corner of my mind. And there's a lyric in that song, you know, what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget, which brings up senility. And I realize there's brain problems, actual degeneration, you know, and there's, you know, people get arthritis, you know, the older you get, that does happen. But I'm convinced that not all senility is rooted in some kind of defect in the brain, more so than it is a choice. The Democrats had a guy named FDR who was a cousin of Teddy Roosevelt, and he helped a lot of people through the Depression, but the Republicans hated the guy. This is what I read in one of the history books, and they wouldn't even say his name. They wouldn't say Franklin Delano Roosevelt. They wouldn't say FDR. They call him that guy, quote unquote, that guy. That guy's doing this. That guy's doing that. And I'm finding myself, as I'm trying to, you know, leave behind certain things, doing similar things, you know. Referring to people without their names, or I went to a school in Claremont, and I had a horrible experience with one of the teachers there. Okay, horrible experience. So, that school, you know, tenured the guy. The guy even asked for my recommendation for a tenure interview. And I, you know, before this falling out, I even wrote, because I went to Venezuela, that's in another piece, Homer Cocktail 27, the language channel, but I even wrote a recommendation for the guy at a point before the falling out, and they tenured him, and eventually he kind of turned on me. There's no easy way to say that. And eventually, I graduated from the school, but my best thoughts are to move on. And, you know, I used to be happy that I was at that school and, you know, talk about to my friends and family and all. But just like a lot of things, you know, I don't forget the name of the school, but I don't want to forget certain things that have ever happened bad in my life. I don't want to forget that I've gone to college, obviously, so I call it one of Claremont colleges, which is technically true of the place, you know. So I didn't go to this reunion, this 20-year reunion from my high school. Essentially, one of the guys from high school just started hardcore badmouthing my buddy John, and it was heinous. It was, you know, I don't even want to repeat it, you know, and quite candid sometimes how bad the words were, and my buddy John's gone on hard times and been on a deathbed a couple times because of failing liver. He got addicted to painkillers after compressing 3 vertebrae. He's got a motorcycle wreck, and he's fallen 40 feet from a billboard sign, so he has a horrible back. And too many people from that class decided that he's still a good guy. This other guy that's talking all this horrible crap and everything. And I've done more than 100 vlogs, well over 100 vlogs at my other site. And I've skirted around as much as I can, doing any bad mouthing. But there comes a point we just gotta get these off your chest, and that's what's going on here. Let's see, we got a couple of minutes left till 15 minutes, and I could load longer than 15 if I give them another phone number. I have too much on my phone number now, I guess. Dane Cook's one of the reasons why I even got on YouTube. I'd never heard of YouTube before he did a stand-up for SNL. It sounded intriguing. He said anything he'd ever done in life, it's on this YouTube channel. This was a few years ago. And it might have been that same monologue he talks about smashing an ice cream in this little kid's face. Next time you'll remember me, And it seems like too many people have done that. Not too many. It's only been a handful, but one's too many. That I've had people like text me, goddamn, ugly porn and shit. I've had people, and I'm wondering, what are you trying to do? You're trying to put fucking some. I'm trying to, so some are funny, but stuff that goes too far. It's almost like someone's trying to traumatize you on some level, and fuck that, right? So I'm gonna wrap this up. We're at 13 minutes. I'm probably not gonna put anything at the end of this. This new Homer Cocktail 24 vlog site. It's gonna take its own character and everything. And I don't want to just jump in and just boom, here's a bunch of videos, without kind of updating people. Okay, so we got that. Buffering. Okay, yeah. Okay, sounds good.